Okay, hello everybody. We are from Hammer House and we will be playing a game of 40k on stage. So, this is Yongqiang over here. He'll be playing the Grey Knights over on this side of the table. And we have Zhan Hong over there playing Chaos Demons on the other side of the table. Alright, let me give a little bit narrative on the game before they can start playing the deployment, alright? So in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war. In the far-off planet on the far-off planet of Armageddon, a warp has opened, leading into the Chaos realm. Demons have been pouring out of this warp, invading the planet, led by the one and only Demon Prince, Be'lakor. The Imperium of Man has sent a detachment of Space Marines, the Grey Knights specialized in demon hunting, to close the warp. Led by Khador Drago, they arrive at Armageddon to face the demons' invasion. And so, this is where our game begins. Enjoy the game as they narrate through the games themselves. All right, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Johan. Yongqiang here. And with Zhan Hong, we will be playing a game of Chaos Demons versus Chaos... No, Demon Hunters. Sorry, I'm Demon Hunters, Grey Knights.
You are the Grey Knights.
Yeah.
I'm the Demons.
Okay. You want to talk through how we set up the game and...
Yeah, so usually when a game of Warhammer begins, right, we have the table set up, and as you can see, it's like about 60-inch by 40-inch, and we have terrains, which are provided by the shop themselves, Hammer House. So all of these are coming from Hammer House. And as you can see, we aim to simulate a true sort of like fictional war in the 40th millennia. So as you can see, all the terrains are set up, and we have both our armies here. Usually what happens first is we will talk about which of our forces are sort of going to be beginning on the battlefield and which ones are coming from the reserves.
Correct. Okay, I think so we'll move on to telling each other which of our forces we are going to be deploying and talking through, because this is what goes on in a competitive setting as well, right? So I think I'll go first with narrating which HQs, which leaders I'm bringing, because it matters a lot in this game where the leaders are giving morale to all of our troops and special abilities and all that.
I think we can begin by just giving a quick introduction of who is in our army and who are they and what is doing what. So you want to start first?
Okay, so for starters, as with our dear friend Johan said, my warlord is Khador Drago, the supreme grandmaster of the Grey Knights. So as I am now, I will put him with a squad of my very elite Terminators, and I will bring my librarian as well and also equip them to the Terminators. So what happens is that they will share the squad buffs, and I think as my regular opponent, Zhan Hong knows that this is my usual loadout, and I will have a lone HQ that will be a singular librarian that will be sitting alone by himself. So I think after this, I'm okay to go with deployment, and I'll let my opponent narrate through what is he going to do with his deployment, his pre-deployment.
Okay, so just a walkthrough of what is in the Demons army. As you can see, a lot of the demons are being led by what's known as greater demons. So these are the big monsters that are going to hit the battlefield. They are very tough, they are very dangerous. But alongside them, right, you'll see that there's a lot of small guys as well, which will flood the battlefield and causing a lot of chaos. So my army is being led by the Demon Prince Be'lakor. He is the one that has united all of the different gods in the chaos part of the war. He is the one that will be leading all of the other big monsters. So we have Skarbrand here, who is from Khorne, which is like a god of destruction and murder. He specializes in just causing a lot of violence. He likes to go into close combat. I have a lot of change here, who is coming from the god of deceit. He likes to stay away from danger and just shoot into the combat. And then I have this great unclean one over here coming from the god Nurgle. Is the very tough god that is just representing everything that's vile and disease and contagion. It's usually going to be the toughest guy to take down on the battlefield. And then coming along with the rest of the army, I have this guy called the Rand Master. He's like the general behind the lines. He'll point out to who should be killed first, and then the rest of the army will go and go against their target. I have some what is called the flash hounds here. These are fast, little annoying dogs that will just run around the battlefield causing chaos. I have what's called the bloodletters here, which are the foot soldiers of the demons. They are just there to cause more destruction. It's a bit like infantry, all the army people will know. And then I have these nurglings here, which are like swarms of little pesky, it's almost like cockroaches. You just run around the battlefield and you don't even know that they ran into your behind your lines and causing a lot of chaos there. I have these fast monsters called the fiends. They will strike. They are like cavalry. They strike across the battlefield and attack you at unexpected angles. And then I have what's called the plague bearers. These are like zombies. They are very slow, but what they like to do is they like to go into a building and just take over the building. So a lot of my army will be starting in what's called the warp. It will be in reserves. A lot of the guys in red will not start on the battlefield. They will appear in the battlefield at the middle of the battle and suddenly start to cause a lot of disruption. So I will show it how a demon plays throughout the game, so I hope you guys will be entertained. I know some of the models are a bit small. If you guys want to come and take a closer look, maybe closer to the stage, I think that's okay. But yeah, I mean, hope you guys can have a lot of fun today.
Okay, thanks, Ahong. Okay, let's start our deployment. So I think from the screen you can see that we demarcated our deployment zones already. It's based on the new releases from Games Workshop on the data slate a few days ago. So this is the first time we're playing this, so try to be patient as we go along with the game, right? So let's start by rolling off.
Yeah, we can roll off first. We roll a dice to see who deploys first. So I'm just going to roll a dice right here. I don't know if the camera can catch it actually, but I will just narrate. So I rolled a 4 and Yongqiang rolled a 5. That means Yongqiang gets to decide who deploys first. Usually, this matters because if you deploy first, you're showing your cards to your opponent. So usually you want to hold your cards to yourself, right? So are you going to ask me to deploy first?
Yes, I'm going to ask you to deploy first.
Okay, so we'll do this one by one. Okay, I'll deploy one thing and Yongqiang will deploy the other thing. Usually I start with the less important people in my army. So I'm going to deploy these annoying little nurglings that just functions as a distraction most of the time. They will be somewhere here just to have a presence in my backfield in case, because I don't want any pesky Grey Knights to suddenly appear at the back of my battlefield. So I just ask them to come over here and stand guard. Yongqiang, it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. Because my armies are not made out of weird demons, I can actually put my units into transports. So I'm going to declare to you that I put a squad of Terminators with a Librarian in the Land Raider and the singular Librarian into the Land Raider. Okay, so with that, I'll deploy my first unit as well. I will put my Nemesis Dread Knight in probably somewhere about here.
Okay.
Yep.
Next, I will put my Plague Bearers, who functions like very slow-moving zombies. I'm going to just ask them to capture very important locations on the map. So you can see there are these circles that are marked out by skulls. These are the most important locations on the map. We want to hold them at all costs. So this one nearer to my deployment zone, I want the zombies to be holding them. So I'm just going to deploy them here. And I want them to stretch out so that I have some presence across the board. So I'll just put them along the table like so. Okay, I'm done with them. Your turn.
Okay. For myself, I'll just put my big Land Raider over here, where I'll try to shove through this opening when I can, and just ram into his back line.
Okay. Next, I am going to deploy these dogs, which are one of my favorite units. They are fast and they can cause disruption in the battlefield, so I want them closer to the center. I'm going to place these dogs right here, just waiting for a chance to pounce at the enemies. Yep, that's it for me. Your turn.
Yeah, I'll put my
Okay.
Grandmaster here.
So we're going to just speed things up a bit because I think
We've been through this a while, so we can go faster with this.
I will have another unit of flash hounds right over here waiting behind the wall. And then I have my Great Unclean one, the biggest, toughest unit. I'll just put him as close to the center as possible. I don't even care to put him behind a building to hide. He will just be in the open because he can take it. And then I have my Warlord over here, Belacor. He will be starting right over here. And then I have my Lord of Change, who likes to stay out of danger. He will be starting here. Okay. Now what's interesting is that the rest of my army will not be appearing until I want them to, because they are in the warp waiting for a chance to strike.
Okay.
And my deployment is done.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we roll off to see who goes first?
Yeah, let's roll off to see who goes first. I rolled a 4 and Yongqiang rolled a 3. So I'll be going first. And yeah, let's hope to have some fun. Are you ready? Let's have a good game.
Yeah. You have a dice tray.
Okay, so first is what's called the movement phase. I'll be moving a lot of my guys across the battlefield in order to get board control. Most of the time, the things we're looking at are these objectives, which are the things that will score us points. So I'm about to start moving. I will pass the mic to Yongqiang to just like keep you guys entertained.
Okay, you need to draw your secondary cards first, because in this game, how do we score points is we will achieve these missions that are in this deck. So we elected to play in a tactical fashion, so we have to select 2 random cards per turn from the deck that you can see from probably like this, one of these decks.
Okay, so I draw 2 cards to see what are my missions for this round. My first card is called Mark for Death. Basically, what this does is your opponent selects 3 units on the battlefield, and then I have to try to destroy at least one of them. And then that will score me some points. So Yongqiang, you want to select which 3 units I want to destroy?
I'll be selecting my Grandmaster, and the regular Dread Knight over here, and the Land Raider. So this will be marked for target for you.
Basically, you selected the 3 guys that is the hardest for me to destroy.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to get there. So,
it's my intention to screw over Chaos today.
Yeah,
so.
I'm getting messed up right now.
Yeah.
Next, I have Bring It Down. So basically, how this scores is I have to destroy vehicles, monsters, basically anything that's big. So as you can see, Yongqiang's army is made of a lot of mech and tanks. So any of these big guys I destroy will score me some points. But at the same time, they are also the very tough units that will be quite tough to destroy. So I don't think I'll be scoring too much the first round. I'm just going to use my movement phase to try to get as much board control as I can.
And of course, if you guys don't know much about the Warhammer gameplay, you can walk over to the Hammer House booth just behind us, and there's a demo given to you by our dear Ethan, and then you can learn more about the game. I mean, because we are playing a more advanced version, because this is the full game itself, while my Hammer House colleague will teach you the basics of the game if you fail to understand anything here. Barring that, you can wait for us to finish the game, and you can talk to us, and we can explain further to you guys. So now Zahong is advancing his Belacor, his Warlord, to make sure he gets the best position, so that in case if I were to catch up to him, Belacor will do a big swing on me, and I might just lose my entire army.
Now I'm going to advance my zombies up. I hope to roll high so that I can run like the zombies in, I don't know, like Left 4 Dead. So I rolled a 2. Their base movement is 5, so that goes up to 7. So I'll be moving 7 inch up the board.
So most veteran players, what we will do when the opponent is having their turn is that we will pre-measure and make sure that we are actually strategizing and planning as the opponent takes their turn and not just watching them as the turn goes by, right? So to effectively maximize our time.
Okay, I don't have a lot of units to move this turn. I have moved my Great Unclean One to the center of the board to capture this objective. He's the toughest, so I'm okay with keeping him like open to any firepower that Yongqiang can bring. I have chosen not to touch the other two objectives because I'm afraid of overexposing myself. This is basically just going to be my first turn. I'm just going to be moving out and just going to be preparing for my next turn. So I end my turn right here. I'm not going to attack you. Now I invite you to take your turn and try to do as much damage as you can to me.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you don't.
Thanks. I will start to draw my secondary cards as you did. So, if the advanced rule of the game is that there's such thing called command points, so we also gain command points through the game. Right now, we both have 2 command points, and yep, we can use it to activate special abilities and whatever not.
Yeah,
we already memorized it already, so.
I'll be discarding one of my secondaries for one more of that command point, please. So this is something you can do at the end of the turn. If you don't complete your mission, you can discard them for more command points so that you have some like level of like strategy in the next turn.
So I drew Assassination, where I need to kill one of his characters, and Establish Locus, where I need to perform actions at different portions of the battlefield. So let's put it here.
So for those of you who have just walked in, we are having a Warhammer 40,000 game on stage right now by courtesy of TableCon as well as Hammer House. We are here right on stage. If you want to check out what Warhammer 40,000 is, it's a very interesting game of futuristic, fictional war gaming that has lots of like interesting and beautiful models on the table, strategic gameplay. If you're interested in any of that, do come to the stage to just take a look at the gameplay and what we have on display.
I suppose.
All right, so what Yongqiang just told me just now is that he's going to use his special Grey Knight ability, which is after the end of the opponent's turn, he can pick up some models and he's going to teleport them across the battlefield. This is something that the Grey Knights are being known for. They are very sneaky army where it's like you can't even let your guard down. If not, he'll appear right behind you and he's going to just like hit you from the back. So I don't agree on such sneaky tactics, but you know, when you play with someone like Yongqiang, that's something that you have to be prepared of. And as you can see, this is why I've kept the back of my army quite populated with people in case any of his forces come behind me and cause me to have a really bad time.
So with that, thanks for narrating through what I can do. I'm not sneaky, I'm just virtuous. Anyway, I will proceed to my movement phase right now.
Okay, so now it's the Grey Knight's turn 1 movement phase. So I see that Yongqiang is contemplating where to move his Land Raider. His Land Raider is basically like a very big like party bus, if you will. It's carrying a lot of dangerous soldiers inside and it's going to just like drive up maximum speed up the battlefield. What he wants to do is want to get to me as fast as possible in order to like drop off his like payload and get his guys right into the thick of the battle. So there's one thing I have to look out for. I see Yongqiang is still being a bit careful, not being too close to me because he's also afraid that I will just fly over to his bus and just like take it apart. And then next he's going to move his Nemesis Dread Knight. So what this is some sort of a Gundam for all of you guys that know what Gundam is. It's a single person piloting a mech suit. And usually the Grey Knights have this in their arsenal because they want to be able to handle some of the Chaos Demons that are very monstrous and very big. So they pilot all of these suits in order to like match up in strength to fight all of these what's called the Greater Demons of Chaos. As you can see, Yongqiang has moved one of his Grey Knights, Nemesis Dread Knights, into the middle to match the Great Unclean One. And they are going to have a stare-off right now. Not for too long, because I'm sure soon there will be a battle happening in the middle. I see another Dread Knight flying into the other objective at the side. He's touching the objective, that means he's capturing it. He wants to be able to score as many points as possible. That's why he's putting the unit there. Let's just see what Yongqiang does, because he's also moving his other Dread Knight. And this one is a special character, right? This is the Grandmaster that's piloting the Dread Knight. So this is it's like a general of the army piloting the Dread Knight. This guy is the special guy.
I will advance this guy so he can shoot.
Yeah, and he's going to be moving up to capture that objective as well. As you can see, I think Yongqiang really wants to make sure that he can hold that objective by putting 2 Dread Knights there, just standing guard and making sure that no demons are going close there.
Now I'll be disembarking the people inside the Land Raider. So actually they can open up like this, right? So my Terminators and my Librarians are coming out. You want to tell them what Librarians are?
So these are called Terminators, who are like a very heavily armored version of Yongqiang's foot soldiers. What's special about them is that they are a bit slower than usual, but they are wearing this Terminator armor that is very impervious to like bullets and any sort of damage that might come their way. They are heavy-duty soldiers, and each of them are being led by a character called the Librarian. So this is not the Librarian that's like, lending books to you, okay? This is the Librarian that's like a wizard, it's like a sorcerer in the 40th millennium, okay? This is the Librarian that can cast magic spells. He can cast spells to boost the power of the unit that is leading. And he's also wearing a Terminator armor. So I have no idea why they are called a Librarian, but I think just by having to cast so many spells, they have to read lots of books, and that's where the name comes from. I'm not sure if you can see here, because the models are quite small. Each of the Librarian has a book attached to their armor. It's almost as if they want to read the book when they are marching out into danger. But this is like the quirky nature of Warhammer, where you will see like all of these embellishments on the armor that represents what the character is all about. So you can also see one of them holding up a banner as well. So the interesting thing is, like, in the future, somehow they decided to bring banners back into the war. It's almost like taking a step back to ancient times, where people march to battle with drums, with banners and all that, just to show a message to their opponents, what they are all about. They are here to take over this planet and to remove any sort of adversaries that they might face. So very aggressive move by Yongqiang over here. He's moving his Terminators to capture the objective that is nearer to me. He's not so concerned about my Demon Prince Belacor here, which I don't know whether is the best move for Yongqiang. He's taking a very big risk here by being so close to me and putting the pressure on me. And now I have to think about how do I respond to this pressure, right? Because usually the demons are the aggressors, but looks like Yongqiang is feeling in a pesky mood today, trying to push the sort of pressure onto me and see how I respond.
Yeah, so I've put my Warlord squad, Drago and a Dread Knight over here by teleport. So it's a move I can do because of the sequence of the game. And right now I'll proceed with the shooting.
So now we are going to the second phase of the game, which is the shooting phase, happening right after the movement phase. This is where the player will resolve all of their shooting. So how shooting works is that Yongqiang will start to select which models or units that he wants to shoot with, and then we'll roll a series of dice which will determine whether the shooting has succeeded in hitting my models, and also whether they have succeeded in wounding my units. So seems like the Dread Knight over here will shoot at the Great Unclean One. He's going to be shooting all of his guns, so that includes, which one are you shooting first? The Psy Cannon. Yeah, the Psy Cannon is like this big gun that has a lot of concussive power. It's a bit like it's like a beam attack, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a beam attack. It's like, just imagine shooting like a big beam across the battlefield, and it's going to land right on my Great Unclean One. So we'll see whether it will hit. the Nemesis Dread Knight hits on 3 and above, right? So we just call that 3+. So he's rolling a dice here. How many have you hit? So out of 6 dices, he rolled 5, 3 and above. That means 5 shots out of 6 has hit my Great Unclean One. It's gonna next be rolling to wound. I am toughness 12, and you are strength 10. So that means you will have to wound me on 5 and above.
Yep,
So how many have you rolled? Okay, 2. So 2 of the shots will wound me, but what demons have is this thing called invulnerable save. So there's some chaotic rifts in the energy around them that will block some of the shots that are coming their way. So my invulnerable save is 4+, so I have to roll 4 and above. And I fail both of them. So that will be a total of 6 damage. But luckily for the Great Unclean One, he's tough. He has this thing called Feel No Pain. I can ignore damages if I roll a 4 and above. So I rolled 3 of them, and I only take 3 damage out of 6 damage.
So how much wounds are you left with?
I am left with 17 wounds.
Yeah. Wounds are the health trackers for Warhammer 40k. Yeah? So, 17 wounds. Okay.
So that's it for the Dread Knight. He still has a flamethrower weapon called the Incinerator. He's going to be shooting that in my way to the Great Unclean One as well. So how much have you wounded me over there?
2 wounds, your strength.
I'm toughness 12.
Strength 6.
Your strength 6. So you only wound me on 6s and you rolled 2 of them. I'll make 2 invulnerable saves. I need 4+. I've succeeded on 1. So I would have take 1 damage, but I can block it off with 4+, and I wish I did. That means I ignore the damage that the flamethrower is trying to do to me.
Yeah, now I'll do it again with a second Dread Knight that's facing the Great Unclean One itself.
Yeah, so now this Dread Knight in the middle over here will also shoot at the Great Unclean One. So the Great Unclean One starts at 20 wounds. The first round of shooting has taken 3 wounds off of him. So I have to take 1 more save against the second round of shooting, which I fail. And then now I'm going to be rolling, you know what? I am going to be turning on Demonic Invulnerability right here. I'm going to be spending 1 command point. Can you reduce my command point by 1, which allows me to reroll all saves of 1, so that I am a bit more tougher this round. I reroll it and I still fail, so that means I'm going to be taking 3 damage, but I can block it off with a 4+, which I block off 2 of it and I only take 1 damage, and I'm down to 16 wounds. Now the Incinerator from the second Dread Knight. 2 wounds. I'm going to be saving that on a 4+, and I pass both of them. Yongqiang will be selecting his 3rd unit to shoot.
Right now, I'll put everything from the Land Raider into the Great Unclean One.
So the Land Raider, the big tank that you see here, will be pouring all of their shots to the Great Unclean One. They have what's called the God Hammer-less cannons, which are anti-tank weaponry. They are very, very strong and are usually very good for taking down big monsters like this. So would you like to roll?
I can't land one of my shorter range gun, the multi-melter, so I can shoot the rest of my weapons at you, which I will proceed to do.
Okay.
Okay.
So the last cannon shoots first. He has 4 shots of that.
1 miss.
1 is missed. And then how many wounds? I'm toughness 12. You are strength 12 as well, I think. So I will be making 1 save. I can reroll once. And I still fail. The damage from the shots, d6 plus 1. So that's 7 damage plus 1. 6 damage plus 1, which is 7. I get to roll my Feel No Pain. So Yongqiang, you're rolling really well today, and I'm not rolling so good.
Yeah, it is fantastic. We should play on the stage more often.
I take 4 damage from that shot, which is very, very rarely my Great Unclean One is taking so much damage. So it's down to 12 wounds, almost at half health.
Right now, I'll shoot my Hunter Killer Missile. This is a one-off shot, so I only can do it once in a game. So it hits on a 2. And it wounds on
It wounds your strength 12?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so. So it's a 4+.
Yeah,
so you wound that as well. You're rolling really well. I think someone should check your dice.
Stage, so
I think Hammer House, I think you need to supply a fresh set of dice to this guy. He's rolling very, very well. I can block it with a 4+. I roll a 1, which means I can re-roll. And I still fail it.
It's a damage of a d6, so it's still randomized. And it's a 2.
2 damage.
Okay.
Luckily, I have Feel No Pain. Because without this Feel No Pain, I don't think I'll be doing. I failed both of them as well, so I'll be taking 2 more damage, which brings me to 10 health. I'm now at half of my health, which is really, really a dangerous place to be.
I have heavy bolters as well, which are not so potent, but I'm going to shoot it anyway.
Yeah, just shoot everything you have, man.
It's a cock dice, so I reroll it. It's a miss. And it's a strength of 5, so it's a 6 to wound.
Yes.
And
you roll 2 6 to wound. Hammer House. What's this dice? I pass on saving one of them. There's 2 damage per shot, so I'll be rolling 2, feel no pains. I block one of them, I'm down to 9 health.
Okay, so I think I have a bolter on top, so I'll just shoot that as well.
Yeah, just shoot everything. See how well you roll.
Oh, that nothing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so right now what I'll do is I have a special ability in my librarians. They can cast Vortex of Doom, where I just give you this thing called Mortal Wounds. You want to explain Mortal Wounds?
Yeah, so there's this thing called Mortal Wounds in Warhammer 40,000, which is like usually dealt by either weapons that just do a critical hit on you, like a headshot, if you will, or even like magical abilities that just bypass your armor entirely. So usually Mortal Wounds, you don't get to use any sort of armor or invulnerable save. But are you targeting the Great Unclean One?
I am targeting the Great Unclean One.
I still, because of his characteristic, he can still shrug off some of the damage with what's called the Feel No Pain. So Yongqiang's going to roll for his Vortex attack. Yeah. And how much damage will it do?
2d3 damage.
Yeah, just roll 2d3 right here. And that is, so there is a total of 4 Mortal Wounds coming my way, which I can block with 3. Yeah, 3 Mortal Wounds, which I can block with 4+. And I block 2 of them, brings me down to 8 wounds.
I have a second librarian, and I'll do it again. Right.
Yep, the second librarian's going to do it.
2d3. That will be 4 Mortal Wounds.
4 Mortal Wounds. Now I'm going to roll my Feel No Pain. I fail 3 of them, bringing me down to 5 wounds. Very, very close to defeating my Great Unclean One on the first turn. I feel like Yongqiang is getting a lot, very excited over here, very hyped up, thinking that he might just destroy the greatest, the toughest demon that is currently occupying this planet.
So I'll commit the librarians that are in front of Land Raider to shoot at the Great Unclean One as well to further neuter down his health. So I'll just proceed. I'll just roll that as a whole batch. The librarians first.
The librarians will be shooting their what's called a storm bolters, which is it's like a rifle or like a submachine gun of the future. They'll be shooting all this, very average weaponry, very average firepower. And Yongqiang has to roll 6s. Only 6s will wound me because of how tough my monsters are.
Only 3 guys can shoot. Minus 2, so only 4.
So Yongqiang is just rolling a lot of dice. A lot of them is not going to hit me, not going to wound me. Okay. Just waiting for him to tell me how many actually wounds me. Okay. How many saves do I have to take? 0?
0.
Yes, this is my favorite number. Do you have any more shooting coming my way, or are you ready to...
Sometimes it's good to check with the opponent, so now I'll check with you. Can my Dread Knight see Belacor from your angle?
I believe he can.
So what I'll do is I'll shoot the big gun, the side cannon, into him, and the incinerator into the demon stingy here over here.
Yes.
But because you might remove them too early, I will shoot Drago at the Plague Bearers first.
Okay.
Okay?
So his Kaldor Drago, his warlord, is going to be shooting his weapons into the Plague Bearers in front of them.
So I only have one of these guns. So
yep.
Kaldor and these 2 guns.
Okay, go ahead.
Kaldor, go first.
Kaldor will shoot his weapons right now. He's hitting on 2 and above because of how precise he are with those weaponry, but I see he has rolled 1 and 2 to wound, which would not do it. I'm toughness 5.
Bolter. 1 miss. And strength 4. Toughness 4.
I'm toughness 5.
Oh my god.
I am tough. I'm a tough zombie. I would not be brought out. Do I have to make any saves?
Yeah, 1 save.
1 save. And my save is 5+ for the Plague Bearers. I failed it. What's the damage?
1 damage.
1 damage. I have 2 wounds each from the Plague Bearers. So I'm just going to indicate that I've taken 1 damage back here.
And then 4+2. I reroll this because it's top dice. And 1 more with 1 wound.
Is this also on the plague bearers?
Yes, it's also
5+ to save. I fail. I take another damage. So 1 plague bearer dies.
and one more incinerator.
Yeah, they are actually fighting over there. I want to Yeah, now it's there, right?
Yeah, now we're shooting there.
Okay.
So one wound from the from the normal incinerator.
Sure. All right, so 1 more wound for the incinerator. It's gonna be, it's a fail as well. I take 1 more damage. I'm gonna locate to this guy right here.
So now
So the battle is mostly taking place here, but I don't know if the, the camera can be rotated. So if you guys can't see, you guys can like maybe come a bit closer just to take a look. But it's fine if you want to just stay at your seats as well. We'll just narrate what's happening over to you.
So right now I'll shoot my last available Dread Knight that can be shot at his Plague Bearer and the Be'lakor.
Okay, now shooting, I think it's, this is the side cannon at Be'lakor. So it's trying to take a hit at my Warlord.
Toughness 10?
I'm toughness 10, but I have stealth. Did you take into account stealth just now? All right, so 2 wounds. I'm gonna make 2 saves right here, 4+. This is not going to be the same as my Great Unclean one because I'm blessed. No, I'm not blessed. I failed both of them. So I'll be taking 6 damage on my Be'lakor.
How many wounds does he have left?
He has 12 wounds left.
Fantastic.
Incinerator to my Plague Bearers. So 3+ to wound on the Plague Bearers.
4 saves.
4 saves.
No, don't need to touch it. 4 saves.
I pass 1 of them, so I take 3 damage. So 2 Plague Bearers would die. All right.
Okay, so right now there is no more shooting, so I'll commit to what's known as a charge phase. So
Okay.
I will send my units into his phase.
Sure.
So first of all, and most important of all, I'll send Drago into Be'lakor because this Warlord must kill the other Warlord, and I'll roll for it. Just as a side note, I get a bonus when I charge with Keldor Drago when I come down from the walk or wherever. So I have a +3 to my charge roll.
Yongchang's rolling 2d6, which is 2 dice right now. He's got a total up, and he's rolled a total of 8. He has an ability that adds 3 to it, so which is 11. And that represents the distance he can travel with the unit that he's charging. He's charging his Keldor Drago into my Be'lakor to move him into a melee distance so that he can start close combat with the big monster. This is something, it's a heroic feat that only someone as accomplished as Keldor Drago will be willing to do. As you can see, he's leading his troops, his Terminators onto across the board and just making contact with the Be'lakor.
If you don't mind, I push it like this. Okay. So right now I'll charge the Red Knight Great Unclean one.
Yes.
Okay. 6 should make it, I guess. It's 6.5. So I'll just come here. Then that's all for my charge.
All right, so the Dread Knight charges at the Great Uncleaner one as well. So what will happen now is that close combat or the fight phase is about to begin, where Yongchang's gonna start first, taking attacks at me, and then I will return the attack if I survive the initial aggression.
Yeah, you'll be using this in the fight. So right now, I'll activate first time ever anti-demon 2+.
Yes, activate all of your anti-demon attacks. I don't know whether Be'lakor will survive. Yeah, can you tell me how many command points I have right now?
You have 2 command points right now. So I had 2 and I spent it on.
I have 2
Yeah.
command points right now. So what I'm going to do, just let me check over here. I believe Heroic Intervention has been changed to 6-inch, right? All right. So I don't think I can use Heroic Intervention over here. But what? Actually, I will do it. I'll spend 1 CP for Heroic Intervention. Just let me spend that 1 CP, and I'm going to use it on my Plague Bearers. I see Yongchang's more characters charging at me. I'm going to do a return charge on him. I'm going to roll 2d6. I rolled a 5, which I think brings me right up to him. I'm going to be moving my Plague Bearers up and meeting the Terminators as well. Are you base to base?
Yeah, base. Actually, I could trust my turn. Let that work.
You charge your plague bearers into Terminator.
Yeah, because he wants to make me slow down.
I see. So is that a bloodthirster?
Yeah, there's a special blood as well.
Scarbrand.
The name blood.
Okay.
So right now I'll attack you with Drago.
Huh? Because I'm pretty sure the plague bearers will instantly die.
They might not. So right now I will attack you.
Because the reason why I charged the Plague Bearers at the Terminus is so that Yongqiang now has to make a decision whether he wants to use his attacks on the Plague Bearers who's about to be scoring the objective right now. One of them is touching the objective. Or he's going to be using his attacks on Belacor, trying to destroy my Warlord on turn 1. So Yongqiang now has to make a very interesting choice, because if he makes the wrong choice here, that's going to be stinging him right next turn.
Yeah, I'll have 3 of my Terminators attack your Plague Bearers, and Drago and 2 other Terminators attacking Belacor because of the.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so.
So which are you rolling first? So Drago will be attacking Belacor first.
Do I hit on -1?
I will be spending 1 CP on Demonic Invulnerability, so that I can reroll once on Invul saves.
Okay, sure. The CP.
What's CP? CP is short form for command points. So both players have what's called the command points for them to use what's called the stratagems to give them temporary benefits in the battle. So I'm spending 1 to use on something called the Demonic Invulnerability that allows me to re-roll any save of 1 so that I have a higher chance of blocking off damage coming in.
Yeah, so Drago will attack you. Hit on 2s, missing 1. And I have 1 little hit.
Yes.
And wounding on 2s.
Yes.
Anything is devastating wound. So you take. Yeah, you take.
So this all devastating, 12 devastating wounds, and I can't save it. Yeah. Belacor is dead. I'm gonna be rolling a d6 to see whether Belacor explodes. No, he doesn't. So Yongqiang, with a stroke of aggression, has managed to defeat Belacor on turn 1, while with his anti-demon weapon from Khaldor Drago.
The whole Grey Knight army only has 1 anti-demon character.
That's him.
That's him. And his anti-demon power is extremely strong against him. So it's actually not good, not fun for him. Yeah. But it is what it is, so I'm just trying to use the best of what I can.
Yeah. So in case anyone wonders, Yongqiang is a very good player. So sometimes you'll not be surprising to see such a result coming in from one of our games. So I have to be very careful every time I play with Yongqiang.
Yeah, no, I committed 3.
So Yongqiang committed 3 Terminators to attack the Plague Bearers, and let's see how well Yongqiang can do.
Then the Terminators, may not all die.
May not all die. I'll reroll this because it's a top price. So that's 4 wounds.
4 wounds on the Plague Bearers. Save on 5s. I saved 2 of them. Damage 2 each, right?
Yeah, only 2 die.
Maybe another one? Yeah. That's the one that's in the command point.
I will power in this way.
So there is a trick that I can do with the Plague Bearers here. If I remove the ones that are on the command point, the rest can shove onto the command point as well. So is that all the attacks coming from the Terminators?
Yes, all.
So now my Plague Bearers is gonna. Oh, it's not my turn yet. You have 1 more Dread Knight that's about to attack my Great Unclean One. So go ahead and roll for that.
So I'll hammer you. Anyway, I have 4 hammers anyway, so.
Yes.
All the Dread Knights are carrying Warhammers.
Yes, all Warhammers. I could change them, but I don't. So.
Oh, okay.
3s, miss 2. I'm rolling on 3s as well.
Yes.
I won't go
3 saves.
3 saves. So I'm saving on a 4+. I failed 2 of them. How much damage is this? Can you roll?
This is d6 + 1, and that's 7.
7. So 7, feel no pains.
Because there's 2 coming in.
I'm going to save them on a 4+, so this is going to be very close. I save most of them. I take 2 damage, and I'm down to 3 wounds.
Very close.
And now I can start to strike back.
Do you degrade?
So I degrade. I'm going to start with the Plague Bearers first. I can do what's called a Paladin move, which is the reason why I moved them here.
A what move?
All in move. Yeah. So in the combat phase, after the charge, players can power in and consolidate to gain extra movement. So that's what Zhang Hong is doing. So he can use this as an opportunity to take the point off me, the objective over here, number 3 off me.
All right, so I'm going to just be making my attacks over here. I have 4 guys engaged in combat with you, which means I have 8 attacks. Hitting on force. And hitting on strength 4, so winning on 5.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and then the plague bearers don't do any damage, but they can do a consolidate move right now.
Consolidate onto the point now.
And then my great unclean one proceed to attack. I believe he has 6 attacks, strength 7, I believe. So he's going to be hitting on 3s because he degraded. And then he's going to be wounding on 5s. I probably have little hits. I'll check later. It's okay. We'll just go ahead with this one. So 1 wound. Take 1 saves, please. That's 2 damage to you. And I have, I think, 3 more attacks from my bow blade. 1 little hit. And then this is probably a 5+ as well. So make 1 more saves, please. And there will be 2 damage as well. So that concludes the end of the fight phase. So this is the end of the round. So we'll do our scoring here right now to see how much we have scored. So I don't score anything because I didn't manage to kill anything. Whereas for Yongqiang, what was your mission?
Mine was assassination and establish locus. I will discard locus. I'll discard locus and I'll score assassination because I killed the most important.
All right, so you
warlord
score
of all.
for assassination. So how many points do you receive? 4
Receive
or 5?
I think
5 points. All right, so Yongqiang scores 5 now. We can score up to a total of 100 points. And Yongqiang has scored 5 points in the first round.
Okay. What was your first mission, sir?
Sorry?
What was your first 2 missions?
My first mission is bring it down and mark for death. I discarded mark for death.
Okay.
Okay. So you have 7 objective control here, right?
Yes, I do.
So if I had 1 more person dead, that would be optimal for me because I would be reviving models. But because you wrote just the right amount of wounds to me, I cannot revive and I cannot take over the point from you. And over here, I still control the point because I'm objective control 5. So every unit has this thing called the objective control, which determines how well they can capture the objective. The Great Unclean One has a higher objective control than the Dread Knight, so I am controlling that point right now. So can you score me 10 points for the primary mission, take and hold? All right, and then there will be the start of my turn. I'll be taking what's called the Battle Shock test for Great Unclean One because he's less than half health. He has to see whether he panics and starts to run away. I pass, which means that for demons, they will heal D3 wounds. I healed 3 wounds. So the Great Unclean One will go up to 6 wounds. All right, so it's my turn. I'm going to be drawing another secondary mission, Containment. So this is a new mission. Starts during my shooting phase. I can make an action with 1 or more of my units that are wholly within 9 inch of the battlefield edge and not within my deployment zone. And then that battlefield edge is contained, and I score 3 points for each containment, which I think is quite doable. I'm going to be proceeding with my movement phase right now, so I'm going to let you narrate.
Okay, so this is a crucial turn for the Demons player because he just lost his Warlord and I'm all over his place right now. So it's very crucial for him to decide what to do, when to do, and right now he's falling back his Great Unclean One, which is a very cowardly move, but I fully approve because what can you do against such might, right? You know.
Quick question. There's no attack opportunity because he's retreating.
No. It should be a thing though.
Depends on.
That's a special rule.
Yeah, depends. So now he's moving his a lot of change.
Yeah, now his movie is a lot of change. Just a quick note that my opponent chooses to bring a very flavorful army with all the different chaos gods, the bad guys. Each of their leaders are in the battle except for the Slanesh one, but he brought some of their minions, so actually pretty thematic and, you know, law friendly.
He's fighting against Grey Knights. Specifically, I like to kill these things.
Only him only. The others, because of the way the games work, now it's very, how to say, like very tournament friendly. So they try not to make it like these counters. So only that guy can kill the other.
What's he doing?
Oh,
Must explain.
yeah. So right now he's moving his flash hounds over to my units, and at this point I could choose to use a special ability of mine to vanish into the warp, because I have this innate ability to just go up into my starship or something like that. So usually after he moves, he'll ask me if I want to perform such a movement. So yeah.
Flash hounds are on, right?
Flash hounds are from Korn.
Both of them are containing.
Okay.
All right, and then
The microphone.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So he's using his flash hounds to perform actions, so they can achieve the victory points. He has no intent on attacking me. He just wants to bog down and just win the game by just farming all the victory points. Yeah.
Which is a valid strategy.
Yeah. It's a extremely valid strategy, because it's actually harder to have the patience to sit down and try to perform all these actions while the enemy is just battering at you every turn. So that's a fallback. So his Plague Bearers has fallen back as well. So all the minions of Nurgle has fallen back. Sadly, Grandfather Nurgle will be unhappy today.
Yeah, so that's why I have to keep remembering to pick up the microphone. Okay? That's the end.
So now he'll commit his. At the end of the movement, we can deep strike, which is come down from either outer space, or for his case, he comes in from the warp. Yeah. So he coming in hot with his Scarbrand, Greater Demon of Khorne, to try to get rid of my Terminators with Keldor Drago. Yeah, he's also bringing in one of his minions of Khorne. This is the, what's it called? The Blood Throne?
Grandmaster.
The Randmaster on Skull Throne is coming in as well.
It's a showcase match.
That's it.
It's more important than the story.
Yeah, correct.
My blood letters will come down.
Okay, so now the blood levels.
Yeah. So now the foot troops of Khorne, the blood letters will be coming down as well, to attempt to make a charge on the Keldor Drago and the Terminators. And we'll see where this leads to. Anything else with you tracking? You keep the rest.
That is it. I probably keep the rest.
So he'll keep the rest of his denizens of the warp in the warp for now, which is one squad of bloodletters and Nurglings and Seekers.
All right, I think that's all for my movement phase. I've let Scarbrand and his war horde of bloodletters and Randmaster appear on the battlefield right here in order to counterpunch to what Yongqiang has done to me last round. hoping to do a lot of damage because they are really the true damage dealers of my army. All right, so now my movement phase is done. I'm gonna proceed with my shooting phase. Don't think I'll do a lot of damage in shooting phase because I'm not really a shooting army, but I will begin with a lot of change. I will shoot at your Dread Knight over here. How many wounds do you have left?
I have 9 wounds left, so please go ahead, sir.
I have 1 command point, right?
Oh yeah, you spend 1 right?
So I.
The law of change, when does he use his what abilities?
What kind of ability are you referring to?
Like a psychic attacks.
Yeah, so the question is when does the Lord of Change use his psychic abilities, which is a shooting attack. So it's in the shooting phase right now, which is what it's gonna do right now. Yes, I'm gonna be shooting at the Dread Knight. I might not do a lot of damage, but I'm gonna be selecting Ignore's cover for my special ability. I have 9 shots of that. I'm gonna be hitting on 2s.
I think move over here. So I can see. Yeah.
I'm gonna be hitting on 2s, and I'm gonna be wounding on 3s. So quite good result. Now I'm gonna wound on 3s. I have made 4 wounds. Please make your saves. This is AP2. So you save on 4+. You saved all of them.
Yeah.
I can't do any damage to this guy because of how well he's rolling. I have another 6 shots coming in from the Rod of Sorcery. He's going to be hitting on 2+ as well. 5 successful hits. I'm going to be wounding you on 3+ as well. I make all of them 5 wounds. Please make your 2+ save.
All right, 2+ save coming. I failed 1.
Yes, you fail 1. What a good consolation prize. I rolled 3 damage and I rolled a 1. So you take 1 damage, please. You know, just because we are friends, right? Do you let me to adjust a positioning of one of my units?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Yeah.
So I'm going to be moving my Scar brand over here so that I can take this. Because I think like if I don't take this model down, it's pretty much the game.
All right.
The game will
That's
end
fair.
right
That's
there.
fair. That's fair.
Okay, so I'm gonna be moving to. I have some shooting weapon. I'll try. Scarbrand will breathe fire. He has a breath of. He has a bellowing scream at the Dread Knight. It's 2d6 shots, which means that he has a total of 5 attacks on his flame weapon coming from his mouth. He's breathing fire at the Dread Knight, trying to melt your armor. Be wounding on 5+. This is AP 0, so please make your 2+ save.
All right, here comes. And I failed 1.
Oh, wow.
Damage. What's the damage?
1.
Fantastic.
All right, and I'm gonna move on to my charge phase. So I'm gonna be charging with the Scarbrand first. It's 6-inch charge. I'm gonna roll my charge right now. It's 8-inch. I will just shove him right here to touch you. And then next, I'll be charging my blood letters at the Terminators. This will be a 5-inch charge because they have the instrument. I fail the charge on a 3. I'm going to spend 1 command point to re-roll this, and I make it on a 9.
They stumble. But through the sheer willpower, yes, they manage to make their charge stumbling about. Yes.
You might want to let your skull ticker buff. What's the buff of skull ticker? What is
During the fight phase.
Are they,
Just during the fight phase.
so are they damage 3 now?
Later.
They can-
Later I declare.
Oh, they can be damage 3, right?
Yeah. Where's Caldo?
Yeah? Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Do you still have the anti?
I can still use it, but I always have anti-demon too. But there's no depth wound unless I pay position.
I will charge the Grandmaster.
Okay, now Zhang Hong shall charge the Grandmaster on the Skull Throne.
It should be a 6-inch charge because I will be here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You're going to do a 6-inch charge? Yeah, go in.
How many command points do you have?
I have 2 command points remaining, so
Cool.
that opens up some avenue for me. I can choose to interrupt his fight, or I can choose to be more tanky by giving myself an armor, additional armor.
Okay, I'll be selecting who to fight first. So first to fight will be the Blood Letters. Before I fight, I'm gonna use my Rendmaster ability. I'm gonna select is Drago with the Terminators. Are they attached as one unit? So I'm gonna select the entire unit to use my general ability. I point at you, and all of my guys will have +1 damage, +1 attack, +1 strength, and +1 armor penetration against you. So now my Blood Letters will be hitting like trucks, and I'm gonna attack with my Blood Letters. I'll be attacking this unit. I can't single out Drago because he's attached, so I will just be attacking you.
What's your armor penetration value of your attacks?
3.
3, that's horrible. So I can't do anything about it, so please go ahead.
Yes, I don't think you can do anything about it. So they have 30 attacks coming your way right now.
Master Crafter.
What's his wounds and save rate? 20 wounds for Buster 10. Another number. I see a lot of ones and some twos. Not the roll that he favors, but it's what it is, right? So
I'll be wounding you on your toughness 5, right?
yeah, I'm a toughness of 5 and he has a strength of 5.
Wounding you on 3.
And he wounds me on 3 because he has an additional +1 to wound.
From the first body, I'll roll everything.
6 saves. Oh, set of 20 guys.
Okay, reroll once.
Reroll once. Okay. 6.
15 saves.
Total of 15 or
Please make 15 invulnerable saves on the Terminators coming in from the Blood Letters. Thank you. 4+ invulnerable save. Wow. Wow, your dice is
Blessed.
blessed.
I lose 5 guys, correct?
Yes, 5 Terminators will die.
So it's one man.
So left with the leader over there. Now I'm going to ask the question to Yongqiang. Do you want to use 2 command points to interrupt and hit me back? If not, I will continue with my onslaught.
Yes, I do want to use it. Does he attack?
Yes, he attacks very well. He rerolls all hits and wounds against characters.
How tough is he?
He is toughness 9 and 9 wounds. 4+ save.
Yeah, I'll interrupt with
Alright, so Yongqiang's going to spend 2 command points so that his Caldo Drago can now break into the middle of my fight phase and attack me back. And he's going to be allocating the attack to the Rendmaster to try to take him down before the Rendmaster can attack.
Oh no.
3 saves, I'm going to be making my 4+ invulnerable save, and I save them all. So thanks for that. Thanks for spending 2 command points on doing absolutely nothing. Can you please do more of that so that I have a chance at coming back into the game? Alright, so now my turn to proceed. I'm going to be attacking with the Rendmaster right now. I'm going to be beginning with the 2 smaller attacks with the guys at the front. It's going to be hitting you on 3s, and it's going to be wounding you on 3s as well. 2 saves, please. That's 6 damage in total.
Oh my god.
How many wounds do you have left?
I have 1 wound left on Drago.
All right,
my
now,
warlord.
now I have 5 more attacks from the guy on top. He's going to be hitting on 2s, and he's going to be wounding you on 3s. This one is 4 damage per attack, and I can reroll all of my wounds. Please make 2 more saves. That's 4 damage to you, sir. And I managed to defeat Caldo Drago. And now the big man, Scarbrand, is going to be making his attacks on the Dread Knight. I have 8 attacks, and this is the guy that hits the hardest in my army. He is an avatar of violence, and he's going to be hitting on 2s. I missed 4 of them. Fantastic rolls from me, but I'll be wounding on 2s as well. Yes, I'm strength 18. So please make 4 saves.
Damage?
Damage 6 each.
Oh.
So how many did you fail?
I failed 2, so I exploded.
So that's 12 damage to you, which is enough to take down the Dread Knight.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, I'm a very violent demon army. So I'm going to be making my consolidation moves right now.
Is the land invader deployed already? So all this.
Yeah,
deployed,
there is
right?
already.
Oh, that's gonna be rough.
And that's the end of my turn. So I score, bring it down. I've destroyed one vehicle from your army, and that gives me 2 VP, which is victory points. And I score another 6 victory points for doing an action on the battlefield edge for containment. And that's the end of my turn.
So I'll score 10 points for take and hold, our primary mission, and I'll proceed to draw my secondaries. I drew Secure No Man's Land and Defense Stronghold, which I will keep.
So for those of you who have just walked in, what's happening right here is there's a game of Warhammer 40,000 happening on stage right here on TableCon. If you are interested in knowing what a wargaming game looks like, you can come over to check us out. We are hosted by Hammer House. We have a booth right here. You can come over to our booth and find out more about the game. We have painting sessions, we have demo sessions, so just feel free to drop by and you'll be able to maybe just get a piece of the action yourself.
Yep, no problem.
So I'm just checking some of the profiles that I have to make sure that I'm not declaring anything wrong just now. I am pretty new to this army. I have not been playing them too much for the last few months, so I'm just like double checking. So for those of you interested in this game is produced by a company called Games Workshop. What they have is an app that you can download on the phone that will tell you what each and every unit that you have does. So like it's easy for you to keep track. You don't have to like memorize all of the rules. So that's what I'm doing right now to make sure that I'm not cheating Yongqiang of some of the things I can do. Yeah, so my friend over here, what's your name? Ben, all right. So Ben over here asked me to just explain a bit about like what this battle is all about. So this battle is about a Grey Knight army meeting the Chaos Demon army in the battlefield. So this is a very interesting fight because the demons are like the bad guys of this game, this universe, and the Grey Knights are the specialized demon hunters. They are like the faction of humans that just specializes in disposing and just like taking care of any problems with regards to demons. So they have a lot of weapons that are ideal for dealing with the demons, but the demons are always prepared to bring violence to any battlefield they are on. So they are happy to take this fight even though it's not advantageous towards them. So Yongqiang has finished with his movement phase. He has flew in some of more of his mech guys, his Dread Knights closer to me, continuing on with his aggression. His Land Raider has also driven up closer to the center to capture the center objective. His Terminators have repositioned themselves in order to handle the large influx of demons over here. And there is this little sneaky Dread Knight over here who has flew in between my lines. And the reason he wants to do that, I'm going to guess, is to take out my general who is commanding the troops from behind. So we'll see what he can do. So right now, are we moving to the shooting phase?
I'll shoot the Incinerator from my first Dread Knight. Actually, this is a Grandmaster Dread Knight into the Hounds, and the big gun will go into the big green man. So, yeah, here it goes. The big gun first. I miss a shot, and I wound you on a 5 with 5 shots. And that's 2 wounds. Yeah.
Okay. So how many wounds? How many saves do I have to make?
You have to make 2 saves.
2 saves. So saving on 4 plus. I make both of them. I think my luck's coming back.
And I'll incinerate the doggos from behind. And that's 6 shots. I have
6
exactly
shots.
6 dice here. 3 plus the wound, and that's 5 saves for your doggies.
So my question is, are they psychic weapons?
They are not psychic weapons, they are flame.
That is sad because the flesh hounds, they have what's called the collar of corn, which allows them to protect themselves from psychic attacks. But he is smart and he doesn't use, he used his non-psychic weapons against me. I have saves of 5 plus. I make 3 of them, so I take 2 damage. Only 1 flesh hound drops over and faints.
Oh no. Okay, so the second Dread Knight would do the exact same thing right here. And I'll proceed with the side cannon on your Great Unclean one first. Hitting on trees, I hit everything. Not bad, not bad.
Can I rapid ingress?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna use 1 command point right now to interrupt what Yongqiang is doing, and I'm gonna summon what's called the fins to Yongqiang's side of the battlefield because I want to start taking away his back, his home objective. I'm gonna be putting them right here. What's their profiles? They move well fish, they keep at the front.
Do they hit very hard?
5 attacks. I guess because they have a lot of limbs.
Yeah. I'm going to warn you.
Please continue what you're doing.
Yeah, that's a great roll. Make 4 saves for the Great Unclean one.
This is from the second volley from a second Great Knight. Nemesis Dread Knight.
Yep.
I save all of them.
Oh, that was really good.
Now you know how it feels when your opponent is rolling well against you.
This will be the incinerator on his doggies, and that's 9 shots. And yep,
Is this on the flesh hounds?
yep, correct. 3
Okay.
plus the wound and 8 wounds.
8 wounds on the flesh hounds. That's
Yes,
a
make-
very good result.
make
And I'm
it
going to be
saves.
saving them with 5 plus. I make 1 save, so 1 dice, 2 dice, 3 dice, and a half. So 1 flesh hound will be alive, limping on the battlefield. And that's the leader of them. This is the alpha of the pack. That's the gore hound.
Okay, that's actually not too bad. And what I'll do next is I'll commit all of the Land Raiders' arsenals into the Bloodthirster.
Yeah,
but
the
I
Scar
will
brand.
specifically, I will specifically direct the Heavy Bolter into the Plague Bearers, and the Bolters also into the Plague Bearers.
Oh, so it's not a Delta and a South Cannon.
Yeah, it's not so good. Actually, but because I painted this better, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. It's a friendly game, so we just assume that it's there.
I thought it was multi-matter.
Yeah, it's not. But it is multi-water, but it's not also cannon. It's
All right, so you'll be Yongqiang is going to be shooting all of the weapons from the.
sorry, I will shoot the Heavy Bolter onto the Flesh Hounds.
All right, flesh hounds or bloodletters?
Flesh Hounds.
Flesh hounds. All right.
So Heavy Bolters first into the Flesh Hounds, hitting on trees, and 2 hits, and wounding on trees, re-rolling because of Twinling. So make 2 saves for your Flesh Hounds.
5 plus. I save 1. There's 1 flesh hound dead.
I didn't know there was. Do you mind if I move this guy here?
So just a quick time check. It's 4:30 now. We are here until 6 p.m. We have another 1.5 hours for this session.
So I'll proceed with the rest of my guns on my Land Raider. So the God Hammer last cannons will go into Scarbrand, hitting on trees and wounding on trees.
Yes.
1 miss and wounding on trees. 2 wounds. Make 2 saves. So I hate
save
you.
both.
So
This is the best part of playing this game where you just roll so well and you see your opponent get very, very sad.
2 saves for your.
2 more saves for my Scarbrand. 4 plus. Watch me make it. No, I failed both of them. How much damage? Is this with Melter?
Yeah, this will be Melta. 9 plus 4.
All right, I take 13 damage from that single round of fire. I'm down to 7 wounds. I have no command points.
Last cannon?
That's
Did you use your last cannon?
Usually you save it. So left with bolters on your bearers.
Okay.
4. 2 hits and 2 wounds.
This is on the who?
This is on the Plague Bearers, Storm Bolters.
Some borders, so 2 saves. Both fail. So 1
Yes.
plague bearer dies.
So, sorry about earlier, but I adjusted my librarians to be able to see your Scarbrand because earlier
Yep,
on
sure,
I think I moved
sure.
in
Smite me.
a wrong way. So, Librarian A with the squad will smite at your Scarbrand first.
Sure.
And I passed, so it's a 2d3 damage to Scarbrand. That's 5 damage.
5 damage.
Yeah, feel no pain.
Sorry.
This
You are
smite.
shooting
This
where?
vortex.
Yeah,
No.
feel no pain, yeah.
Oh,
You're shooting, oh, it's Scarbrand.
yeah.
Okay, so I just take 5 damage, right? Okay. I'm down to 2 wounds.
Can my other guy see you?
I don't think so. I think so, because this is one piece of terrain now.
So I will just
Yep,
shoot at him.
go for it.
I'll smite the Great Unclean one with the second Librarian. And I rolled a 6. That's a critical
2d6
smite.
mortal wounds.
And that's 10 mortal wounds.
I have 10 feel no pains to make now.
Oh, that's very high. That is really, really high. That was incredible. Yeah.
Made everything worth it.
Yeah. Oh, he
Very
almost.
Nice saves. Yeah. 3 damage.
That's.
That's a brilliant save also.
Yeah.
So I saved 7 of the damage. I'm down to 3 wounds on a great unclean one. It's a slightly above average result for me. But I will take what I can get.
So what I'll do is So right now I'll shoot all of my Terminator's weapons from this squad into his bloodletters, and I'll just proceed accordingly.
Yep. The Terminators are now shooting at the blood letters using I assume their bolters, which are a bunch of like machine gun fire that is good for taking out infantry like the blood letters.
But these are hitting on trees, wounding on force. Wounding on 4, right?
I'm 2-4. Yes, you'll be wounding me on force.
So 4 saves on your blood
4
letters.
saves on blood letters. They are not the strongest or toughest unit. I'll be saving on 5s. I failed 4, so 4 blood letters will meet their end.
And then I'll proceed with my incinerator. That's 6 shots. And it's 3 plus 2 because I'm strength 6.
Yep.
So 5 save. 5 wounds. Yeah.
5 on which unit?
Blood letters.
Blood letters. So same thing, 5 plus to save. I save one of them, 4 blood letters will be dropping dead. I'll
And
just leave the
finally-
guy with the banner because I like him waving his banner around.
Finally, my librarian will be the one who shoot his combi weapon. 3 plus to hit, both hits. And 4 plus to wound. This has devastating wounds. So, nothing happened.
It had to happen, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll shoot my psychic weapon at you. Oops, sorry. And that misses as well.
Very nice.
And yeah, I have a lone librarian here, and I'll shoot him at the blood letter as well.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just proceed with his psychic weapon, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s. Make a save, sir.
1 save.
Yeah, 1 save.
I saved.
Combi weapon, hitting on not dead.
The last blood letter remains alive. He looks around and he's wondering why he's the last person here.
Very stubborn.
Yes.
Very stubborn blood letter refusing to do. Yes, he has to wave the banner. He has to stay alive.
All right.
So he's gonna do it until I don't know, like until he just like drops dead.
Right now, I will use my last Dread Knight and I'll shoot the incinerators at the hounds and the side cannon onto the what's
Yes.
the guy's name?
Randmaster.
The Randmaster. Yes. Misses. And 3 plus 2. Make 3 saves.
3 saves. This is from the side cannon, right?
Yep.
4 plus to save. I save all 3 of them. Thank you very much.
Flamers. 5 flamers. 3 wounds on the dot.
3 wounds on the dots. I'm gonna be saving this on a 5 plus. I save none of them. I take 3 damage. That means 1 dog dies, and another one has 1 wound left.
All right. Okay, so now I'll proceed with the charge phase.
Left 1 more blood letter. And 1 wound.
I'll first of all I'll charge the Land Raider. No, I'll charge Land Raider. I'll charge the Dread Knight, this Dread Knight, into Scarbrand.
All right. I think you have to roll like a 4-inch for this one.
Wow,
When
incredible.
you roll really high, you can go up to 11 inches closer to my Scarbrand.
Yeah, I think that's fine. And I'll commit the Grandmaster to charge your solo dog over here.
Okay, go for it.
And I rolled a 4.
4-inch. That allows you to come and take the melee combat
Yeah.
to my Gore Hound.
Right now, I would take my Librarian squad over here, and I'll charge these 2. So what happens is that I need to land this guy in here.
Yeah, I think that's about a 6-inch charge to you. Please roll a 6.
I roll a
Roll
7.
a 7, so move your models up the board. Now the Terminators are moving up the board to charge into the Plague Bearers as well as the last remaining blood letter over there. And here, now what's going to happen is that my Flesh Hounds are not too happy with that. They have this ability that allows them to charge back at whatever has just called for a charge. I am going to now roll Heroic Intervention to try to charge into the Terminators. I roll a 7, that is enough for me to charge.
The blood letters. Oh no, the Flash Hounds have heroic intervention.
I want to charge this here, but anyway, I'll just charge here. I'll charge it to the throne. Oh, yeah.
Would you like to come up? You can come up.
So, let me know.
Okay.
Just careful.
I'll charge the Land Raider over here. What I'm trying to do now is to attempt a tank shock.
They're showcasing the new rules that came out like 2 days ago.
I roll an 8, so that should be enough. Just
Very
enough.
nice, which is like
Who are you tank shocking with?
the specialized anti-demon.
All right, the Land Raider has charged into the Scarbrand. It's going to be declaring a tank shock. So that is what tank shock does is Yongqiang's going to be rolling equal amount of dice to the toughness of the unit he's doing the tank shock with, which is 12 in this case. Every 5+ is a mortal wound. I see more than 3, so that's enough to take down the Scarbrand. So the Scarbrand goes down.
He is playing with the Grey Knights, and then he's
I'm going to be rolling a d6 to see whether Scarbrand explodes before he goes down. And nope, he does not explode.
So how much do I even need to start to play?
Actually, I bought a lot of second hand. So actually, this army cost me at most 4-5.
Yeah, so we have a booth right here, Hammer House.
Yeah, you can
So
ask
if
them,
you
all
are
of them.
interested in the game and
Yeah.
how you can get started, there's a lot of different like entry points. Some are like a bit cheaper than the others, so you can go over to the booth to find out more. We both of us started with a very, very small army, and like over a few years, we slowly built it up. Yeah, it's like
It took us a
a,
while to get to this
it's
point.
like a hobby. Yeah.
also most of them they're all painted by them, so they actually come as grey color.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
And usually people will go to miniature shops or tabletop shops to play because they will provide the terrain, for example.
So I'll activate the Dread Knight now to attack his Great Unclean One.
Yes. Go for it.
1 to 4 hours to play, depending on the size of the game. And there are also resets which include
2 saves for the Great Unclean One. I'm going to be rolling my saves here. I saved both of them. The Great Unclean One lives.
the mainstay of the game is unless you're playing competitively, you generally want to tell a good story or you want to showcase the game. So it's not really about winning or losing, it's about whether
One save on the Flesh Hounds. Saving on 5s, fail. How much damage does that do? 4 damage. I have 3+, feel no pain. I take 2 damage and the Gorehound goes down.
Your opponent forgets a rule or something, it's considered good manners to remind
Remind
them
them,
that you've forgotten this rule. Because you don't want
All right,
So,
so any more action? The Terminators are raring to go. Also,
yeah, I
your
proceed with
Dread
the
Knight as well.
Yeah. Hey, actually, can I charge that and try and see if I...
Yeah, it's 9-inch. You can try.
So I'll attempt a charge on the strike squad here to his fiendish-looking fiends here.
All right, roll a 9.
I rolled a 10.
You roll a 10, so come and meet me.
The librarian is just by himself.
Yeah, that's by himself. The
This is a
librarian.
tactical squad, is it?
Yeah, this is the equivalent of tactical squad.
Okay.
But they hit a lot harder because they're all wearing weapons.
All right, so are you going to attack with the strike squad first?
Yeah, I'll take
So
the strike
these
squad
guys
first.
are at the other end of the table. They decided to meet the Fiends with even more aggression. Rather than waiting for the Fiends to charge at them, they decided to take the charge. So they're going to be rolling, I think, like 15 attacks. You have -1 to hit, sir, because the Fiends, they give out this smell that makes you very, very drowsy.
I
see you
roll
rolling
really
very, very well. You
well,
roll only 4s, 5s, and 6s.
A strength of 6. What's your toughness?
And toughness of 5, so 3+ to wound me.
So that is 5 saves for you. So
5 saves, and I'm saving on 5+. I save 2, and I take 3. How much damage per attack?
2 damage.
2 damage per attack, so 1 dies and 1 has 2 wounds left.
I have 3 more attacks from a lonesome guy. Alright, 2 hits. Make 1 save.
One save at
nothing
5+.
special about it.
I fail. How much
Wonderful.
damage?
1 damage.
1 damage, I'm down to 1 wound.
This is considered a large scale 40k game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is considered a full-scale 40k game.
So this game will probably take about 3 hours. If you're lucky.
If you are well trained.
Yeah, usually a game like this takes about 3 hours. For people who are more experienced with the game and we already know the rules, it can take like around 2 hours to 2.5 hours.
Explain what they're doing. So they will take longer.
Yeah, there are other ways to play this game.
Play the small skill skirmish.
There are skirmish games.
Kill team.
Yeah, there's this game called Kill Team, and there's another type of game called Combat Patrol. Both of them will take about 45 minutes to an hour. So there's many different ways to play this game. It's a good way to get started.
So I'll commit 2 Terminators onto the lone Bloodletter because I really want him dead. And the rest of my gang will fight the Plague Bearers.
So first of all, I don't think you are base to base. So you can only have 1 Terminator on the Bloodletter.
Yeah, sure, then 1 will go onto the Hound.
Some people want to play competitive. So you're more
Yes, please attack Bloodletter with that 1 Terminator.
you could also ask other
And T4, so
Because 1 save.
stuff like that.
so just 1 save. This will be big. And I failed it, and the Bloodletter goes down.
Team,
So next will be on your Bloodletter, on your Hounds.
Yes,
2 hits. And 1 wound.
1 wound. 5+ save, I fail. Damage is 2, right?
Yes.
So 2 feel no pain, 3+, I block both of them.
Librarian onto your Plague Bearers. 1, 2, 4, 5.
3+ to wound on this one. Librarian is attacking the Plague Bearers. How many saves? 3 saves. 5+ to save. I save 2 of them, I take 1. Death.
Then these are the rest of the Terminators. I roll this.
The rest of the Terminators are resolving their attacks now.
Okay, 5, 6 for your Plague Bearers.
5 saves, so I'm going to roll 5+, 5 of them. I pass none of them, so the whole squad of Plague Bearers has been wiped out.
That's great for me. I will consolidate my Terminators. Sorry about that. Okay. Then finally, I will fight with my last Dread Knight onto his Skull Throne guy.
Yep, so the last attacking unit, the Dread Knights, will be making his attack against the Red Master. He has 5 or 6 attacks, and only makes 1 wound. So I'm going to be saving it on a 4+, and I saved it.
Now it's your turn to proceed with your...
Now it's my turn to hit Yongqiang back. I'm going to begin with the Red Master. I'm going to be selecting the Dread Knight as the target of my bonus damage, strength, attacks, and armor penetration. I'll be rolling 5 attacks from the Grandmaster himself. This is 2+ to hit. I'm going to be re-rolling this, all of them hit. I have a special ability when I'm targeting a vehicle or a character, I can re-roll all of my dice. So now I'm going to be wounding you on, I'm strength 7 right now, so it's 5s to wound. And I'll be re-rolling this too, I'll be re-rolling this as well. 2 wounds, please, at AP 3.
I made both my saves.
You made both of saves. I have 4 more attacks coming through from the Blood Letters, his servants. And I'll be wounding you on 5s as well. I can re-roll everything. Please make 2 more saves at your involve.
I failed them both. I failed them both.
That's 6 damage to you.
I'm left with 7. I'll just put it here. This the wounds I have left beside him.
Now the Flesh Hounds are going to attack the Terminators. They are not very strong. They'll be hitting on 3s. All right, see you, man. Thanks for having. Thanks for coming by. Wounding? No, it's not going to wound. And anything else? My Great Unclean One will attack this Dread Knight over here. He's going to be attacking with his main weapon first. So he hits on 3 because he has degraded. I missed 3 of them. I don't have any lethal hits. I'll be wounding. I'm strength 8, your toughness 8. So there'll be 4+, wounding 1 of them. This make an involve save. This will be D6 damage to you, 2 damage to you. And I have 3 more attacks from the Bow Blade. All 3 of them hit, and 2 of them wound. This make an involve save. This is 2 damage.
9.
Left 9 wounds. Perfect. All right. So I think that's the end of the combat. Oh, I have 1 more unit over there. I almost forgot. So that's 10 attacks to you. Be rolling 3+ to hit. A lot of misses over here.
A lot of ones.
And then I'm strength 5, your toughness 4.
4, yes.
That's 3+ to wound you. So this is a death wound, and you have to make 3 saves at your inbound.
I'm knowing about what's the AP?
AP 2. So there's 3 dead strike squad members. All right, that's the end of the second round of the game. Can we check what is scoring? Have you scored on anything?
So far, I scored Secure No Man's Land, and for Defense Stronghold, I will discard it because I know that you have shenanigans. So that's about it. And I'll get an extra command point. So now I'll shift it over to your turn.
So now my turn, I'll be drawing my missions. I have Secure No Man's Land, so I have to control at least one of the 3 objectives in the center of the board, which means these 3 over here. I'm going to draw my second mission. It is called Cull the Horde. So each time an enemy infantry unit is destroyed, if the starting strength was 20 or more, I get 5 points. Or if the total wound is 25 or more, I also get 5 points. So I don't think I can achieve any of this, right? You don't have a unit that has more than 20 wounds,
No.
25 wounds, and 20 more. So I can withdraw. I can redraw this one because I cannot. It's just not possible to achieve it. I replaced it with Overwhelming Force, which means that I have to destroy an enemy unit that has started the turn on one of these 3 objectives. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm gonna just move on to my turn. Yeah, I am going to start rolling Battle Shock tests. So I will be rolling 1 for the Great Unclean One. I pass, which means I can heal D3. I heal 3, I go up to 6. And then I can begin with my movement phase.
Yeah, sure.
9 wounds, 7 wounds, right?
Yeah. So I've several injured Dread Knights across the board with 9 wounds and 7 wounds. And I assume that's his plan to take them down before they cause further harm to him. With his, without his 2 winged friends, should be a bit tough, but I think he can manage it. Okay. Can the bird fight? Can he fight? So he is moving his Lord of Change over. He flew across the ruins and he's trying to angle for a charge and a shooting against my units. Because my opponent moved this way, I am going to use an ability that I have called Mist of Deimos, where I bring it back to Deep Strike. Yeah. So I will now put down his Nurglings. Annoying little things that make me strike less when they're near me. Yeah, you go there. If he fell back, he can still use his ability, right? Yes. Then they become AP3.
All right, so what has happened right now is Yongqiang used his ability to pull one of his Dread Knights away, go back into the warp in hiding, and I have summoned another squad of Bloodletters here in order to take the offense at the Terminators. My Rendmaster has fell back a bit, my Lord of Change has flown into this position to try to take down one of these two enemies right in front of me. Yongqiang's aggression has been very tough this game. Hopefully, I'll be able to push back this round. I'm going to be proceeding to my shooting phase. I'm going to be using the Lord of Change shooting ability on the Dread Knight over here. I don't think you get cover save for this one, so I'm going to be choosing Sustain Hits for my special ability. So what this means is that every time I roll a 6, I have more attacks that will be generated.
Wait, before you do that, San Hong, I'm going to do what you did to me earlier, and I will Rapid Ingress one of my units from space. So this will be 7 wounds, right?
Okay, so Yongqiang has interrupted me. He's going to be placing a Dread Knight there just to be more pesky and like probably provide a counter attack option to my Bloodletters. I'm going to be rolling my Bolt of Change attack, psychic attack from the Lord of Change to your Dread Knight. I'll be hitting you on 3s because you are in combat. So there's 3 misses. I don't generate any extra hits because I failed to roll a 6. And now I'll be winning you on 3s. Please make 4 saves at your involved. And Yongqiang saves them all.
Yes.
So now I'll be rolling 6 more shots from the Rod of Sorcery, hitting you on 3s. I missed 3 of them, wounding you on 3s as well. Wound 3 of them. This is a 3+ save for you, and you saved all of them. Yes. So I did not do a single
fantastic shooting
shred of damage to the Dread Knight, which is very uncommon, but it does happen when the dice doesn't work in your favor. Now it is the charge phase. I'm going to be charging the Bloodletters into the Terminators, which I make.
Thanks. How are y'all? Yeah, I'm playing very nice. Yeah. Really? Yeah, because you keep talking, right? Yesterday also. But your crowd harder because you have
Next, I will be charging the Lord of Change into your Terminators as well. And I make it, he's going to be flying here. So that's pretty much all that I have. Now it's my fight phase. How many command points do you have?
I have 0 command points, so you can proceed.
So I don't have to be worried about you counter punching me this turn. I will now attack. I will select the Terminators as my choice of target for the Randmaster's ability. So as usual, I'll be attacking with the Bloodletters to your Terminators.
All right, all right. This is from who? Bloodletters. So the Bloodletters are now attacking my Terminators in volleys. He done me 6 wounds in his first volley. Fantastic rolling. A lot of 1s and 2s. And 3 more wounds. So I have to make 9 saves for my Terminators.
How many Terminators have failed the save? There's one more 2 here.
Oh.
So 4 Terminators goes down. All right, now the Flesh Hounds will, in fact, can I pile in to fight you from the Lord of Change? What do you think?
I would say, yeah, go for it, because
All right,
you can fight through the wall, you're big enough.
I'll
Yeah.
move my Lord of Change here to fight your Terminators. I have 5 attacks only, hitting you on 3s, wounding you on 3s. So 4 hits and 3 wounds. Please make your invul saves.
3 wounds?
Yes, 3 wounds.
I save 2.
All right, so it's 2d3 damage. So 1 more Terminator dies.
Are they psychic weapons?
Yes, they are psychic weapons.
I have yes, yeah.
Yes. So that's 5 damage, I think.
So,
So do you s-
5, not 4.
Or 4, I don't know. So did I roll 4? Yeah, 2d3. So 4 damage, you save how many?
I save 2.
Okay, so you save 2, 1 has 1 wound left.
Fantastic.
My Flesh Hounds is going to go in to try to finish up the battle. They have 3 attacks each, so that's 9 attacks from the Flesh Hounds.
Do I get to go first since we are we in combat together? Or you touch in?
I charge.
Oh, I thought you.
Oh wait, did I not charge you?
Yeah, I think you were in
Oh, I
combat.
did not. Okay, so I'll resolve the Flesh Hounds a bit later. I'll resolve. I want to charge the Nurglings here first.
Yep.
Can I do that? So I do it, and I move here. Actually 12, I rolled like 11, right? So I
Yeah,
can
yeah, you
move
can
a bit further.
He can manipulate his movement with the number that he rolled. So if he roll a bit high, he can go further than he normally could.
Right now the Nurglings will scratch at the Dread Knight.
But you're better at it, so I just, yeah. So the Nurglings are now committing to attacking the Dread Knight. There's very, very tiny Nurglings trying to do damage onto the. I'll make 2
2
plus
plus saves on the Dread
and
Knight,
I
both
saved
saved,
it.
no damage from the Nurglings. Now,
We have discussed to let his Flesh Hound go first because there are a lot of battles going on, and I will take the lead on the
all right,
Fiend
so
side.
why don't we do this? You start to resolve that first.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So how it works in fight phase is now we alternate because we don't have any more charging units. Yongxiang will pick the strike squad to attack first, and then I will pick a unit to fight. So once again, to everyone here at TableCon, there's a Warhammer game happening right on stage. If you're interested in war gaming or just want to see some beautiful models on display, come on down to the stage right here. We'll be here for the next hour.
So now you have to take 3 saves for your
Three
Fiends.
saves.
And you save 2.
This is on those,
Yeah,
right? So I
so
save
one
2 of
Fiend.
them. I take 2 damage. So left 1 Fiend remaining. Now I'm going to be using the Mr. Great Unclean one. And I'm going to attack your Dread Knight. I have 6 attacks. So this will be hitting on 3s. I have a leader hit right here. And I'll be wounding you on 4s.
I have 9 wounds here.
Yep. So please make 2 saves on the Dread Knight.
1 save.
All right, d6 damage. That's 5 damage to the Dread Knight.
Ouch.
And I have 3 more attacks. Oh, sorry, I rolled 1 too much dice. Let me re-roll that. So 1 little hit. Please make your save,
Yep,
and you
right.
saved it.
The Hammer House logo. Yeah.
All right, it's your turn now.
So So right now, I will attack with the Terminator squad onto the blood letters. I'll attack with the Librarian first, hitting on 2s and wounding on 3s. Make 4 saves.
4 saves
Yes.
on who?
I
The
hope
blood
many blood
letters.
letters die.
All right. I block one of them, so 3 blood letters are going down.
Another 3 more from the Terminator. 3 hits and 3 plus the wound. Make 2 more saves.
2 more saves on the blood letters.
Yep.
I saved 1.
Yeah, save 1.
Now my flesh hound's turn to attack. 3, 6.
So now
How
you
many
commit
flash hounds do I have
3
there?
of his flash
3?
hounds to
So
attack
9
me.
attacks. 3 plus to hit.
Wow,
all
all hits.
hit.
Very good
I'm
rolls.
strength 6, your toughness.
5, so 3 plus again.
3 plus to wound. And I
Fantastic
have a
rolls.
lot of wounds right here. 8 wounds to the Terminators. Please make your save. AP2 because of the Randmaster.
So I feel,
It's 2 damage each.
oh dear lord. I lost my squad, so
All right,
there
so
it
the
goes.
dogs managed to bite the hell out of the Terminators through their armor and wipe them from the face of the earth.
And now your fiend will attack me.
All right, now my fiend will attack you. He has 5 attacks hitting on 3s. Now wounding you on 3s. 3 wounds. Please make your save. 4 plus.
One guy dies.
Kills 1 guy. All right. Any more battles going on? I think your Dread Knight has not attacked yet, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I'll take that on your.
So what happens right now is that you're not in base to base with the Great Unclean One. You have to attack the Nurglings. Oh, are you 1 inch away? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I didn't see that. So you can attack the Great Unclean One at -1 to hit.
Yep, I missed 3 and I wound on 3. 1 save.
1 save from the Great Unclean One. 4 plus, I fail. Damage.
5.
5 damage. Feel no pain. I block 2 of them. I take 3 damage. I'm down to 3 wounds on the Great Unclean One. Now the Land Raider will just swivel and pivot, try to do a bit of like bang bang damage on the Great Unclean One.
2 saves.
2 saves. Okay. 4 plus. Reroll this one because it's cocked. Save both of them.
Fantastic. Okay, so now I was.
That's the end of my turn.
What do you score?
I score Overwhelming Force and I score Secure No Man's Land. Secure No Man's Land gives me 2 victory points, and Overwhelming Force gives me 5 victory points because I slayed both your Librarian and his squad.
I gave it.
That's the end of my turn. And now at the start of the turn, you score 15 for primary, for capturing 3 objectives at the start of your turn. And now you draw, Yongqiang will be drawing his 2 secondary missions. No prisoners, which means that he has to destroy my units. Every unit he destroys will give him 2 victory points. The other mission he drew, what is it? Overwhelming Force. So he has to take away one of the forces that I have on one of the objectives.
I have no units that are under
Right, so
strength. So, I have 1.
You
I'll
need
roll
to
for
take a
leadership
battle shock on the Dread Knight over there.
to see whether he's
At
afraid.
-1.
I failed my battle shock.
So please take D3 mortal wounds. This is something special with demons. Please take 1 mortal wound to this Dread Knight over here and his battle shock.
Ouch. So first of all, I'll fall back with this Dread Knight. I have an ability where I can fall back and
If you fall back, it'll be a desperate escape test,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you will
that's a
die
desperate
on a roll of 1 and 2.
that's incredibly tricky.
So now Yongqiang is contemplating whether he wants this Dread Knight to fall back. He's very injured and is afraid that it will be destroyed this turn. But because he failed his battle shock test at the start of the turn, it means that he can't do it without a cost. If he falls back, he has to roll a single dice, and if he rolls 1 or 2, the Dread Knight will just be destroyed on the spot. So there is a risk if he wants the Dread Knight to fall back.
Indeed, there is. So I shall take that risk and I'll roll the dice.
All right, roll big.
Yes, I roll a
Yongqiang
4.
rolled a 4. So the Dread Knight will be able to fall back with no penalty.
Did I do this?
Yeah, but you are better shocked, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, you continue.
Yeah. Okay. So let me.
Just a quick time check. We are at 5:07 now. We'll be here until 6 p.m., you guys. Anybody who wants to check out a game of Warhammer 40,000, please come over to the stage. We have a great game of Chaos Demons versus Grey Knights happening right here at TableCon. If you want to learn more about wargaming, please drop by the Hammer House booth. And our kind staff at the booth will be able to walk you through what starting on the hobby of wargaming looks like.
I'll advance my librarian to put him over here so I can do a smite on the demon here.
Oh, pesky. All right, go for it. I have 4 wounds. Can you smite someone in close combat?
Yeah, I can. There's no restriction according to the
All right,
ability.
go ahead.
So let me do the smite. I failed.
Very
And
nice.
I
So
killed
what happens
myself.
is Yongqiang rolled a 1 when he's trying to use his psychic ability on the librarian, which means that rather than casting the psychic ability out, he instead fries his brain. This is the risk of using psychic in this game. If you roll a 1, you're taking damage to yourself, and the damage was so great that the librarian just went into a state of shock, fell over and died, and I don't have to worry about the librarian anymore.
Yeah. So right now, I will shoot the less cannons into the Great Unclean One, and everything else will go into the Nurglings.
All right, go for it.
Less cannons. One hit. Yeah, one hit. And
one.
Melta here. Yeah, one hit. Plus 2 wounds, 1 wound.
So I saved on my Nurglings. That means my Nurglings are still here, blocking the way, preventing any more Dread Knights from coming into close combat with my Great Unclean One. 2 saves on the Nurglings. All right, so this 2 damage each. I need to save on 6s. This is cock dice. I'll reroll that. All right, so that's 4 damage. I will remove this Nurgling.
2 hits and 2 wounds. Stormbolters.
This is Stormbolters, same thing. I fail both of them. I take 2 damage. So this Nurgling over here will have 2 wounds left.
So I'll shoot this Grandmaster Side Cannon into the chariot over here, and I will shoot the flamers into the Nurglings.
All right, so what Yongqiang is trying to do right now is because my Nurglings are in the way, he cannot pile in to my Great Unclean One to finish him off. I am physically blocking the way. And what I'm doing now is trying to make sure that my Nurgling stays alive in order to continue blocking him. I failed 3 of my saves, and now another is I have to make 2 more saves?
Yeah, 2 more saves.
All right, so 2 more saves. I fail all of them. I have 1 Nurgling with 1 wound remaining, still blocking the way. So if Yongqiang wants to charge at me, he has to do 1 more damage to me.
I missed everything, right?
Yes, you missed everything.
1 wound.
1 wound on the Randmaster. I'll save it on the 4+, which I do. The Randmaster has passed all of his involved saves this game. It's a very good model. I think I will be using him more often from now on.
The next Dread Knight will shoot the flamers at the last Nurgling, and I'll shoot the side cannon onto the Grandmaster again.
All right, sounds good.
I just roll 6. Just roll 5 saves. Yeah. Okay. On 6s. No, Nurgling. I got 4 more coming.
All right, so with the heavy firepower coming in from the Grey Knights, the Nurglings are all vanquished.
2 misses. I hit on 4, sir. I wound on 3s. 3 saves on your Grandmaster.
3 saves on the Randmaster, 4+. I saved 2 of them, I failed 1. How much damage is that?
That's 3 damage, so you're left
3
with 6.
damage, I'm
Yeah.
left with 6 wounds on the Randmaster.
So right now, I will choose to flame the
Right, so
the.
that dread must the. Are you in combat with me? You're not, right?
I'm not in
You
combat
just
with
flew
it.
close to me, and now you're gonna be using his shooting
Yeah, and
weapon.
I shall shoot side cannon again onto your Grandmaster.
Okay, you can try again, but I don't think you'll succeed because I've been rolling well so far. You can try all you want, but I'll show you that I will not go down. So I'm going to be making my
Two
saves
saves.
now,
Yeah,
4
just
plus.
two
If I fail both of them, the Red Master is done for. I passed one of them, so I have 3 wounds left on the Red Master. It's a very painful outcome for the Grey Knights player.
Six dice on your
Who is this? Blood Letters?
blood letters. 4 saves for them.
4 saves of Blood Letters. So 5 plus invulnerable save. I saved 3 of them. 1 Blood Letter goes down. Very positive result for the Demons player.
Right. Okay, now down to charges. I'll be charging the Dread Knight onto both the Grey Unclean one and the Red Master. It's probably like 3-inch or something.
Wait, who is charging? You fell back, right?
Yeah, I can fall back and charge. It's
You
my
can fall back and charge.
ability.
Okay. This is some, this is some ridiculous rule from Grey Knights. Fall back charge, advance charge. Very fast on the battlefield.
And
I
on my
will now.
Grandmaster.
I think you made a mistake there, and I'm going to punish you for it. I am going to use heroic intervention on my flash hounds on that Dread Knight that just charged. Because you wanted to charge 2 models, you are not in base to base with either of them. Do you want to take back that move, or do you want to proceed with it? All right, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine. I will charge anyway.
Go ahead.
I rolled a 5, which I think is enough. I'm going to be moving in.
Now I'll be charging my Grandmaster into the Grey Unclean one. And that's a 10. So I'll probably come right across to Main Street here. And the remaining Dread Knight would charge the big bird over there. You have 1 CP each, right? So
Yep.
So because you don't have the CP to interrupt the command points, so I'll just start with the Grandmaster on his Grey Unclean. And I activate the ability where I can reroll everything against a monster. Roll this 2 for hits. And 3 plus to wound. Rerolling. Make 3 saves.
3 saves on the Great
3 saves.
Unclean one. 4 plus. I saved 2 of them. I'm going to reroll 1 with a CP. I still fail. So how much damage is that? 5 damage. I will be blocking 3 of them. I take 2 damage. I'm down to 1 wound on the Great Unclean one.
Okay, I'll proceed to lay everything onto the Red Master from this Dread Knight. And
Right.
maybe 1 attack onto the Grey
Okay,
Unclean one.
so you're going to be doing 1 attack on Great Unclean one and the remaining on the Red Master. So 4 attacks on the Great Unclean one.
I hit on force.
All right.
1 wound.
1 wound, so 4 plus to save this, and I save it with a 5.
This one. Miss. And my last Dread Knight onto your bird.
This one, yeah.
This one
Oh, it's a
all
Remus,
miss,
okay.
all hits. 3 plus wound. 4 saves on your bird.
4 saves for the Lord of Change. I saving on 4 plus. I save 2 of them. How much damage is the 2 attacks going to do?
Wow.
That's 13 damage to the Lord of Change in just 1 single move, reducing the Lord of Change to 5 wounds. Are there any more models that have charged this turn?
No more. So you
So
can
now we will
commit next.
resolve that attack, and I will go first. The 5 attacks from the Fiend, trying to take out that remaining Marine over there. 3 plus to hit, all hits. 3 plus to wound. And I have a death wound over here, which means you are not surviving. All right.
Land Raider on you.
Now the Land Raider will attack the Great Unclean One.
4 hits. And then 5 plus 2 wound.
Your strength what?
I'm strength
Okay. So 1 wound,
8. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. All right, I'm gonna make 2 saves. I pass both of them. The Great Unclean One survives. Now I'm gonna be hitting back. Can you tell me how many wounds do each of the Dread Knights have?
This has 3, I believe, and this has 9. Don't know where the prices went.
This is how many?
9.
9. All right, I will attack the one with 9 with all of my
Wait, no,
attacks from.
sorry, this is fresh.
This is fresh?
This is fresh. That's
Okay.
7. Yeah.
Cool. Then I'll just attack with the Rendmaster first. I will select this Dread Knight as the target of my my ability. So this one would be 5 attacks first, coming from the Rendmaster himself. This will be 2 plus to hit. I reroll this, and then it's gonna be a 5 plus to wound. Don't be too hasty because I might mess up this roll, which I am actually messing up. So that does nothing. I have 4 more attacks, 3 plus to hit, rerolling, and then 5 plus to wound. Rerolling this. Please make 1 more save.
Oh.
So you save everything on the Dread Knight. My hounds will now attack you. There's 9 attacks from there. 3 plus to hit. Lots of hits. 5 plus to wound.
A lot of photos?
Please make 2 more saves on your Dread Knight. AP2.
Alright.
That's 2 damage to you.
Okay, so I have 1 wound left.
Okay, you have 1 wound left on
I
the
have 1
Dread
wound left on the
Knight.
Dread Knight, yeah.
So what will happen now is my Great Unclean One will start to attack. I will use the small dagger on the Dread Knight with 1 wound and the remaining on the healthy Dread Knight. So the small dagger first will be 3 plus to hit. Only 1 hits. And then this will be a 5 plus to wound. I don't wound. And the rest of the attacks will go to the healthy Dread Knight. 3 plus to hit. 4 hits. 4 plus to wound. This is 3 wounds. Make 3 invul saves on the Dread Knight.
2 failed.
Okay, 2d6 damage. 8 damage on the Dread Knight.
5 left. Let me put.
Okay. Lot of Change will be attacking the Dread Knight. 5 attacks, 3 plus to hit. And then another 4 plus to wound. So 1 wound. 2d3 damage. Please take 3 damage on the Dread Knight.
Okay.
So that's the end of the round. This is the end of round 3.
I'm discarding Overwhelming Force and I'm keeping no prisoners as a secondary. So you can proceed.
Okay. So I'm going to be drawing my round 4 secondary missions now. I draw Cleanse, which means that I have to walk onto the objectives and take an action, and then I can score points for that. Another secondary objective will be Extend Battle Lines. So I have to control my home objective, which I'm doing, and control one of the objectives up on the rest of the board. I do it because it's sticky. Okay. So I'll be scoring 10 points. Yeah. I'll be calling in here. Now we are beginning my turn with some Battle Shock test. Whenever unit is below half health, he has to take a Battle Shock test. We're doing it for Great Unclean One. I fail, so nothing happens there. The Rendmaster will also take it, and I pass, and I'll be hitting D3 wounds. I'll be hitting 1 wound on the Grandmaster, taking it up to 4. Lot of Change will be doing a Battle Shock test as well, which he passes, hitting D3, hitting 2. So the Lot of Change goes up to 7 health. Right now, I'm going to be entering my movement phase, which is going to be very simple. This guy is going to just move over here. I take over the point from Yongqiang's home objective. And I'm going to cleanse it if I can. Let me see. Yes, so that Fiend will be doing an action to score me 2 victory points.
5 to 1. Oh, you can just
Yeah, just carry it up.
Okay, so Zhang will speed things up and he'll just move accordingly as he.
How many wounds?
And I'll help you narrate through. What?
How many wounds?
4 left.
4 left.
Yeah. I have 3, you have 2 CP, right? Oh, you have 1, because you reroll just now. Okay. Are you in combat?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So I don't move. I don't move. Yeah, I just go to shooting phase. So
Okay, Zhang will go to shooting phase.
my Lord of Change will shoot now. He's going to be shooting at Bolt of Change will be here, and Bolt of Rod of Sorcery will be here. So I don't think you get cover safe.
But before you do that, I will activate his ability, Sigil Exigence, and I'll move him away. Because I was a target for shooting, I can exit the battle. Okay, sorry. Here.
I can still see you.
Oh, is it? Can I put you?
I'm on the. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, you can't see out like that. So yeah. That's it.
Alright, so I'll change my targets now. I'll do the Bolt of Change here and the small shots here.
Yeah, go ahead with your shots.
Okay, I don't think you can cover because I.
Yeah, please. Go ahead and roll.
2 plus to hit. 2 plus to hit. And sustain hit 3. So it means I have 2 more. And then I'll be. This will be 2 plus to hit.
Oh my goodness. I just roll your dice.
Yeah, 9. So 9 saves on this Dread Knight over here.
A lot of damage, right?
Yes.
I roll for explosion for my Jet Dread Knight. I did not explode.
And then the Rod of Sorcery.
3 saves on my Dread Knight. I saved them all.
And then now I'll flame you. Check.
He's shooting a Tauren weapon at me. Strength.
Strength 5.
Strength 5 wounding on 5s.
Make 1 save.
1 save at AP2, and I saved it.
Any more? I don't think so. Okay, so Blood Letters will basically take an action. And I'm going to try to. I don't think I can do a copy. That's it. That will go
So that will conclude his shooting phase. Now he move on to the fight phase.
fight phase. So fight phase, I don't have anyone that charge. You will begin.
I will.
You select a unit to fight first.
I'll lay all my attacks from my Dread Knight onto the Skull's Throne guy. Yeah. Your toughness 9.
Yes. So the Dread Knight will be making his attacks on the Rand Master, who has been the source of the biggest annoyance on the Grey Knight players' targets. He's how many? One save? So I'm going to make 1 save on the Rand Master. If I save it, yes, which I do. I rolled a 6. Hey. So I rolled a 6, so I save. My Rand Master still remains healthy, and nothing else can damage the Rand Master anymore. So I'm going to just let him stay there, and I'm going to be resolving the rest of my attacks. So I'm going to be using the Great Unclean One. I mean, okay, I'll use the dogs first to attack the the Dread Knight. This is 9 attacks. Plus the wound. 2 saves on this Dread Knight.
And I did explode.
Great Unclean One will use all of the attacks on the Land Raider. 6 attacks.
My Land Raider goes first.
Oh, Land Raider goes first. Perfect.
So many hits. 5 plus wound and 2 wounds.
Are you sure Land Raider hits so well?
Is he on 4?
Okay. So how many wounds?
Your vehicle's on 4.
How many wounds?
2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, 4 plus save on the Great Unclean One. I will use a CP to his 2 damage. I'll use a CP
One
to
damage
reroll
on the
this.
blade or CP?
No, I should. I fail it. Feel no pain. I'm 1 wound left. Feel no pain fails as well. The Great Unclean One goes down. Does he explode? He doesn't. So finally, the Great Unclean One, after 4 rounds of combat, he finally goes down.
8016.
Yep, okay. All right, so I think that's the end of my turn. I score extend battle lines for 5 victory points, and I score cleanse for 4 victory points. Now it's round 4, bottom of the turn.
Call the hot. I don't have call the hot.
Redraw that.
Bring it down.
So Yongchang drew, bring it down. That means he has to take down the Lord of Change over here to score. He's below 10 wounds. He's not a vehicle, so it doesn't count. And you have, what else did you draw?
Wait, sorry. I don't need this.
What's your second objective?
Only
Extend battle lines?
only extend battle lines.
All right.
Don't have bring it down.
Okay, sure. So yeah, just go ahead. I'll help you with that. You can continue with your turn.
Extend battle line.
So what's going on over here is that Yongchang would need to take back the home objective away from me if he wants to score, because there's a criteria for one of his missions, and also Yongchang has to find a way to destroy as many of my units as possible.
I will probably drop that. So
I hope everyone is having a good time here at TableCon. Once again, we are playing Warhammer 40,000 right here on the stage at the front of the convention hall. If you are interested in war gaming, come on down, watch our game, or you can visit the Hammer House booth inside the convention, and the staff there will show you how to get started with the hobby, or just maybe learn what the hobby is all about.
since I have only 2 units, it's very quick for me. So can I see your your house here like this?
Yes, you can.
So I'll shoot the bolters and the heavy bolter into them, and the rest will go into the annoyance of a human being here.
Sure. So he's selecting his shooting targets for the Land Raider. Some of the shots will go into the Randmaster, and some of it will go into the Flash Hounds. So what Yongchang is trying to do is to remove all of the offensive units that I have remaining so that he can remain safe for the rest of the game. I make 1 save for the Randmaster for a 4+, and I rolled a 6. I saved it. And this is Melta. Melta on the Randmaster. 2 saves, 4+. I fail 1 of them. 6 damage, the Randmaster goes down. One wound for the... all right, I saved on the Flash Hounds. The Flash Hounds are here to stay. 2 saves on the Flash Hounds. On the 5+, I save 1 of them. I take 1 damage.
How many wounds does the big bird have?
The Lord of Change has 7 wounds left.
Okay, so I will shoot the side cannon onto them and the flamers onto the blood letters.
Two wounds on the blood letters.
No, 2 wounds on the...
2 wounds on the Lord of Change.
Lord of Change,
I
yeah.
fail both of it. So that's 6 damage. I'm down to 1 wound.
So there's 8 shots of flamers. Your blood letters, 3+. Your dice disappoints me. 2 wounds on your blood letters.
2 wounds on the blood letters, saving on 5s, and I save both of them. The blood letters are still strong at 5 models in the unit.
Okay, right now I'll commit a charge to the bird and the blood letters. Could I charge this onto your hound through this?
Yeah, you can try. This is a low wall, so you can charge through the wall. So I think that's about a 8 or a 9-inch charge.
I'll try. I need to go all out because I think that if I don't, he's going to come at me later.
It's a 9-inch charge. So Yongchang has to roll 9 on 2 dice now,
Yep,
and he
I rolled
managed to
9.
make it a 5 and a 4. So that means the Land Raider is able to charge into the Flash Hounds and attempt to take it down.
And I will charge your.
Did you declare a charge on the Lord of Change?
No, I did not. So
Okay.
I'll charge with the Grandmaster onto the Law of Change, but I'll avoid the Blood Letters by charging through this wall.
Okay.
I'll commit the Grandmaster to attacking your Lord of Change first.
All right.
Rolling everything. I'll just make it that way.
Sure.
I'll just use the Grandmaster's ability to make
So
his.
the Grey Knight has this ability that can prevent me from rolling any saves. So he's done enough damage.
Yeah.
I only have one wound left on the Lord of Change, and so the Lord of Change goes down. I'm just going to place it right here so that, you know, he can continue
It's my
working
personal
over time,
mission to kill all the
looking
greater
good,
demons.
even
So-
though he has fallen in battle.
So right now, my Land Raider will proceed to fight.
The Land Raider is ramming my Flash Hounds.
Tank shot also. Tank
He's
shot.
using this ability called Tank Shock, which will do
Wait,
mortal
this is-
wounds to me.
3 wounds later.
3 wounds?
Yeah, but I'll do tank shot first. I use your dice.
Okay.
I forgot about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mortal wounds from tank shot and 4 saves.
5 mortal wounds from Tank Shock. That's enough to kill the entire squad.
No. Oh, they have 1 wound there. Okay.
Yeah. So that wipes out all of the Flash Hounds. And the Land Raider is very victorious in that attempt to destroy the demons. So that is the end of your turn. What do you score?
I'll score in no prisoners. I killed 2 units, right? So I'll get 4 points for that. And I'll hold on to. Actually, I will not hold on to Ascent Battle Lines. I'll discard it.
Okay.
And now we proceed to your turn.
How many command points do I have now?
Command points you have 2. You should have 2, right? You didn't spend.
So at the end of that turn, I'm going to be pulling up both one of my models, which is a demon ability to bring them back into the warp. And I'm going to be selecting my blood letters. They're going to exit the battlefield right now to come back at a later time. And now I'm going to be drawing my missions. First mission I draw is behind enemy lines. So it means that I have to have my units in the opposite side of the table to score,
That is
which will be
terrible for me.
easy for me. And then the other one is recover assets. This is one of the new missions that just got released. I have to do an action in my shooting phase with 2 or more units from my army if each of those is within a different one on an objective. So what this does is at the end of your opponent's next turn or the end of the battle, whichever comes first, if I complete those, I will be able to score. I'm not sure if I'm super confident in scoring this one, so I'm going to just discard them for 1 CP and I'll draw a new one. And I draw engage on all fronts, which means I have to be spread out across the entire battlefield. All right, so I score 10 points for primary. It's very easy because I have very little units left on the table. My blood letters will come down over here to score me engage on all fronts and behind enemy lines. And I'm going to end my turn right here, which means that I'm going to be
Extremely
scoring.
short final turn to score victory points.
Usually the final turn is a bit shorter because we have very little units left. So I have not enough offensive power now. I choose to be scoring rather than hitting the enemy. I scored 2 victory points for engage on all fronts, and I score 4 victory points for behind enemy lines. I score 10 points for primary.
Okay, right now you're looking at
How many victory points do I have?
61 and I have 49.
61 with plus 10 from Battle Ready or without?
Yeah, without battle ready. So you're
So
71.
I'm 71 victory points right now, and Yongqiang, you're at how many points?
I'm at 49, but I'm
Yongqiang's
the
at
final
49
player,
points.
so
He's going to make a last-ditch effort to catch up to me. 71 points to 49, you say? With Battle Ready or without?
without battle ready.
So you're actually 59 points. So Yongqiang he has to score 12 points basically this round. Yes. Yeah, I'll be like that. Marked for death, I will be. No, marked for death, I have marked 3 units, which is the remaining 3 on the army on the table.
So yeah, I proceed in my turn. The Land Raider is a bit hard to maneuver because there's pretty much nothing I can do with it. Unless...
I'll just advance them over there, because I don't want you to charge.
Can I advance him over?
Actually, I will just move.
Yeah, you can just block here. If you block here, I charge you.
Yeah, I'll just be like that.
Yeah, but I'm more for that. You don't mind now.
No, I cannot. You will confirm kill me. Then you come here.
So I just simple lah.
Yeah.
So I just go here and then I'll shoot you.
Okay. So we're just resolving this because there is no more no more sort of killing that needs to happen. Yongqiang just needs to destroy one of my units here to score for mark for death. Yep. So he's gonna just shoot at the Nurglings, which between the Land Raider and the Grandmaster Dread Knight, he should be able to do it quite easily. So I don't think we need to roll for that. So I'm just going to be removing the Nurglings from the table. All right. And and what happens now is that Yongqiang is going to cleanse with that Land Raider over there. So you're going to be scoring 10 points from capturing 2 different objectives on the table. And then you have another, how many points? Like maybe 6 more points from secondaries.
Yeah, I scored already.
So what's your final tally of your points?
My final tally is 66 points to your 61 points.
All right, so it means that your score is 5 victory points higher than mine, which means that for today, the victory goes to the Grey Knights, who have taken down the Demon Threat using their specialized anti-demon weaponry. Very good job to you, Yongqiang.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks
for playing with me today. So it's a great game. And yeah, we can call it already. So
once again, thanks all of you for coming down to watch this game. Very happy to share the joy of playing Warhammer 40,000 or even just the hobby of wargaming with everyone. We managed to end the game actually quite ahead of time. I think Yongqiang and I will be spending some time at the Hammer House booth in TableCon. So if any of you are interested after watching our game, please feel free to come over to the Hammer House booth where you'll be able to find out more about what wargaming is all about. And you'll be able to look at very beautiful armies or models around the booth. We have a demo going on, a demo game if you want to learn, and we also have a paint your first model session where you can even learn how to paint one of these beautiful models on the table. Nice. So thank you all for coming down here. We're very glad to be able to share this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.